We'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs, as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas, massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be fielded at the 6. Always fun to see Patrick Mahomes, and we'll get a look at him here as he brings out the Chiefs offense. Likely, though, not going to be a second straight MVP season for Patrick Mahomes. Not anywhere near the 50 touchdowns that he threw a season ago, but maybe a more mature Patrick Mahomes.
See that maturation where he can find a way to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots? I would agree that he's a better quarterback this year, even if the numbers don't support it.
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The former Mississippi State Bulldog Dak Prescott coming out here to lead this Dallas Cowboys offense. And if you look at the numbers for Dak this year, they're up. Over 4,000 yards for the first time in his 4-year NFL career. Career high in touchdowns as well. 1-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. That one, it's 2nd down. And now the Chiefs offensive starters.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here, 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Cowboys offense taking the field again here, and as you think about Dallas and where they're at right now, it seems like every week recently we're talking about the ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me?
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Cooper's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last big plays in succession, not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick 6.
They were clicking. He was looking good. And from the offensive line, they seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front back.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And now here comes Kansas City. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start. This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but
and that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is.
Ready to begin their next drive. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula.
Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean? Break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
47 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Push back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And Charles, you can't really...
Usually your team's in control, so it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's... Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic.
Dream about one-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. To the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We're under 20 seconds onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting, pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it.
And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Off for the Cowboys touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He goes 91 yards on the kick return, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams. Shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, 10. Looking to throw. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out.
Quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Prescott to throw it. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. The sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant. You got looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually
At the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Check three.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it third and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, 62 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game. Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play. And now that lead is down to just one score. To protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead. Success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away. Mahomes now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes. Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do. Now all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's loose again. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth. And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game. Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. 42. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at their own 38-yard line. When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but
is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.